Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So I'll be briefly going over today's price action and basically relaying what I was seeing. I didn't take any trades on my FTMO challenge account. I did however take a stab at my funded account that's been close to being breached because I took a payout, which was a loss, but I'll be going over it. Overall it was a no trade day for me. So alright, let's get started. Starting with the news calendar of today. We had news at 8:15 a.m. So that means I'd start looking for opportunities at around that time. Only on the 15-minute chart, because if I want to enter on a 5-minute SMT, I would wait until 9:30 in the morning. Alright, so when I'm looking at this monthly chart, we have this previous year high SMT here. I can show it with the other assets, but basically ES took out previous year high and YM also took it out. NQ failed to, and what I was basically putting here is that we have this SMT on the high, we're in a premium of this range, we took out external range liquidity, and we just had a change in state of delivery with that last monthly close. So for this downwards price action we've been seeing on indexes, one place that we could see revisited is this fair value gap left open. So that's just something to consider. Now going to the weekly time frame, this is something I've been looking at for quite a while now. It's this previous quarter high SMT with this change in state of delivery and the reactions to that order block opening price. Still expecting that previous quarter low. So overall, my high time frames, I'm still bearish. Daily, same thing that I've been looking at for a while now. Basically, this internal range liquidity to external range liquidity play. We've respected this gap very well, and now I kind of like to see that external range liquidity target hit. Right, so my high and time frames are bearish, and then when I go to my intermediate term time frame, this is what we had at the start of the session, right before the open. We had, if we didn't have a previous day high SMT at the time, but we did have this last week's, I think, previous day high SMT, change in state delivery, all still intact. Was this Mondays? I think this was Mondays actually. So anyway, we have a previous day high SMT here with this change in state delivery. It was still intact. We're still in this bearish range, so I'm still using this previous day high SMT as part of my framework to look for lower prices. We're also tapping into this fair value gap, which is a good place to look for sells, or to look for the market to sell off to previous day low and beyond. So going into the day today, it was simple. I was looking for sells. I was looking for sells either of 15-minute SMTs on the high or 5-minute SMTs on the high. When we get to the 15-minute, we couldn't take a trade because all assets closed above previous session high. So I had to wait until 9:30 in the morning to have the possibility of entering a trade. When we look at the volume profile as well, this can just aid us in our analysis, but basically we tapped into the 3-month value high composite and we saw rejection from it, and these past 4 days or 5 days the point of control has been steadily lowering, showing weakness in price. So when we hit the 9:30 open, we got a previous 90-minute high SMT here, with NQ closing above previous 90-minute high, YM and ES failing to close above it. So that's an SMT, and I was looking for price to close below this candle, and I would enter a short position. So what happened was kind of that, not really. If we're looking at price here, let me just take this off for now. My bad. Okay. So this was the SMT I was looking at, something like this. And this was the order block I was looking at. The price closed like that. And like, this is so microscopic. I had to like freaking zoom in so much. And you could say, oh yeah, it technically did close below it. But also here, there's also that little like imbalance between the opening prices. And I didn't feel like comfortable entering on all my on my FTMO account based off such a small change in state delivery. So I was looking more at this like bottom candle. I wanted to see this whole bottom move engulfed. And we actually reversed from there and never had that change in state of delivery. Up here, yeah, alright, so this is where I also took the trade on my funded account here. This was just kind of like, if it runs without me, then at least my funded account that's close to being breached is, capitalizing off it. But whatever, it didn't work out. But I was never intending this account to kind of live past my first payout, so that's fine. And then price displaced higher, and we closed above this swing high, creating this new 90-minute range, and it's a bullish one. We also created a previous day high SMT. NQ closed above previous day high, ES and YM failed to. So that is, a valid previous day high SMT, but given how bullish we just, reacted the whole day, I didn't feel comfortable still looking for continued shorts. I'd prefer to kind of like come back tomorrow and see if the market has kind of, shown its hand a little bit more, if I could understand a little bit better what's going on. So we did have a 5-minute SMT up here, but I chose not to enter it. Yeah, we took it out on NQ but didn't on ES on YM, and the change in state delivery would have been right here, and it would have been another loss. So overall, I avoided losses today, which is pretty good. Avoided losses by just kind of staying out and wanting to see decent confirmation for my idea to play out. So yeah, that was it for the day. And yeah, was wrong on my bias today, wrong direction on the market, but overall no harm done because I didn't take any trades. But yeah, so I'll come back tomorrow and see if anything's a little bit more clear. Alright, see ya.